Rikel Telemark in goal. Captain Keishan Clark, number 7. Number 4, Dequan Antoine. Number 15, Kimrell Andrews. Number 3, Jaden Thomas. Number 5, Kenneth Noel. Number 6, Dion Phillip. Number 10, Simeon Mitchell. Number 13, Keon Hostialik. Number 17, Shondell Clark. Number 11, Shawnell Belfon. Team is coached by Kurt Rennie. St. David's top strikers, starting lineup. Number 1, Josh Charles in goal. Jason Charles, sorry, in goal. Number 10, Casey Batiste, the captain. Number 24, Darren Hood. Number 21, Limeon Murray. Number 8, Ron Thomas. Number 19, Christian Sayers. Number 17, Antonio Greenage. Number 6, Kidon McPhee. Number 16, Reynold Greenage. Number 2, Alian Morris. Number 11, Nilon Modest. Team is coached by Daniel Joseph.
Good evening and welcome wherever you are to the live football action in the Pure Grenada Cup 2020 right here at the Kirani James Stadium in Spice Capital, St. George's, Grenada. And bringing you the live broadcast today is none other than Robert Samuel the First.
Well said.
And myself, Leslie Smith. We're here with TNR Communications and we welcome you again wherever you are. It's the final match in the Group A between the St. David's top strikers and the national under-17 team. Both teams so far are winless in the tournament, and so this match is actually of academic interest as the two teams will look to see who would emerge maybe with the most points at the end of the day. It is still likely they could end up with the same number of points, Robbie, with a draw here this afternoon, but maybe not the best performances from those two teams in the tournament this year.
Yeah, well, I think it's been rather typical of St. David. I mean, they have always struggled in this tournament, and it's no exception this year. Conceding 13 unanswered goals so far, whereby the national U17 they have conceded 9, but they have scored at least 1.
And that came from the boot of the captain of the team, Clark, Shondell Clark. Keishan Clark, I beg your pardon. So for those of you who have just joined the broadcast, the St. David's top strikers, they're in the yellow and black, and the national under-17 team in the green t-shirts and the yellow shorts. To run through the starting lineups for you, I will take the national under-17 team, and Robbie, you will take the St. David's top strikers. We have in goal Rikel Telemark, number 1, number 7, Keishan Clark, he's the captain. Number 4, Dequan Antoine, number 15, Kimrell Andrews. Number 3, Jaden Thomas, number 5, Kenneth Noel. Number 6, Dion Phillip. Number 10, Simeon Mitchell. Number 13, Keon Hostialik. Number 17, Shondell Clark. And number 11, Shawnell Belfon. The team is coached by Kurt Rennie.
St. David top strikers. In goal, number 1, Jason Charles. Number 10, Captain Casey Batiste. 24, Darren Hood. 21, Limeon Murray. 8, Ron Thomas. 19, Christian Sayers. 17, Antonio Greenage. 6, Kadon McPhee. 16, Reynold Greenage. 2, Alian Morris. And 11, Nilon Modest. St. David top strikers, they are coached by Daniel Joseph.
And the officials for today's game, the referee Andy Julian, and the AR1 Jade Paul, AR2 Alison Phillip. The fourth official is Shane Ellis. Robbie, if we look closer at the two teams on show here today, as we mentioned a little while earlier, both teams are winless in the tournament so far. But I want to first of all look at the national under-17 team. Most of the players here, as we see, first shot on goal here, and a timely save here made by goalkeeper Rikel Telemark. And he didn't get a chance to save in the second game. I think he saved in the first game for the team.
Yes, he saved only one half.
It's good to see Coach Rennie interchanging the goalkeepers to give them some match experience. And he's been called to service very early here. We'll continue with our assessment of the teams after the corner is taken here by top strikers. Top strikers haven't yet scored a goal in this tournament, coming very close on this occasion. And that was actually Antonio Greenidge, who had a header on goal. It was a feeble header and really didn't offer much challenge to goalkeeper Telemac. The national under-17 Robbie, most of these players are 16 years old, coming just out of the college league circuit. And from what I've seen from them so far, we're getting somewhat, maybe a good first half, a good 15, 20 minutes. And the intention is clear to knock the ball from the back, come forward. But they lack, to me, the endurance, the strength to compete with the more seasoned and older and experienced campaigners. And that really showed up when they played against the St. Mark's Western Stars. They really couldn't compete for the ball with raw strength and energy, and so it had a real effect on them, as the scoreline indicated as well.
Well, the skeptics have questioned whether or not they should be participating in the tournament. I mean, you were generous to say 16-year-olds. They have a lot of 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds within their ranks, and they're playing against players that are minimum 10 years older than they are. In some cases, 14, 15 years, twice time their own age. Stronger, faster players. So it's a lot. I mean, we have also seen the injuries. Injuries to you just call his name today, Shondell Clark in the first game, getting an elbow to the face. He had to be stretchered off. Last game we saw what is rumored to be a fractured arm to Anthony Berkeley. You see that he's not even in the squad today. So I mean, they've been bullied, they've been outrun, it's just overbearing for them.
As we saw here, Robbie, a good play by skipper Kishan Clark, finding the head of his on-rushing striker, but the header not well directed and not really challenging goalkeeper Jason Charles. But what I want to give commendation to are the coaches for the national under-17 team. I mean, their backs against the wall, a number of young players, 15-year-olds, etc. But the intention of the team is clear. It's not just to come up and turn up today and hope to get a victory. You can see purpose in the attempt to knock the ball around, to get into the spaces, and to play sensible football. It's just unfortunate that they're really punching above their weight, so to speak, and not being able to put together any strong punches. But they're giving a good account of themselves nonetheless.
No, for real. I mean, they're sticking to the plan. They are playing within a system, and they're one of the few teams that you can say, oh, this is the system that they are playing. And sometimes you watch certain teams, they wonder, what are they playing? But with the national U17, that's what you get. You get disciplined athletes who are following the coaches. Sometimes it's difficult for a coach when he has players in the 20s and 30s who have played a particular way for all their lives.
A free kick on goal here. Chips towards the goal, high and wide. That was Mitchell here for the national under-17 team. Simeon Mitchell not having a good one on that occasion. And maybe we can also look at the top strikers. I think we've seen a very much disappointing performance. They've already conceded 13 goals in the 2 encounters. Not yet troubling the score sheet. No one from their team has scored. And I think maybe a general disappointing performance from the top strikers.
Yes. I mean, they have had players who have shown promise. Caden McPhee, Reynold Greenidge, Casey Batiste at times. Consistency is their biggest problem. Fitness seems to be a really big problem for them. And it will take a lot from Coach Daniel Joseph to get things right. I spoke to one of their senior managers, and I was told, we have a 3-year plan. But it's difficult to execute that plan for a tournament where you're only playing 2 and 3 games. It's tough. And then St. David, you only have 2 clubs. If probably you're getting instruction from, if both clubs, both St. David FC and Bellevue Rangers, are being instructed by, let's say, Daniel Joseph as the parish coach, or being instructed by the TD, Jerry Alexis, that they want them to play a particular system, then you may see an improvement over time. But Yeah, that's not the way it happens.
Just checking, Robbie, the national senior men's team actually doesn't have anybody from St. David's on it as well.
No.
So it's maybe it's a virgin parish still, Robbie?
I think the GFA needs to spend more effort in developing probably at least 2 more clubs out of St. David. The parish is big enough that you can get some more clubs out of them. I mean, St. David and St. Patrick are roughly the same size, and look, you have 6 clubs out of St. Patrick and only 2 in St. David. So you could get more clubs.
So we're going to pick up some more live action here at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium between the St. David's top strikers in yellow and black and the national under-17 team. The score is still 0-0. It's early stages of this one. Most of the possession is being enjoyed by the national under-17 team, and most of the play actually is happening within the half of the St. David's top strikers. Top strikers, as we say, in yellow and black, looking to come forward down the right-hand side. Again, the pass is not a well-directed one. And that was a bad pass there by Dion Phillip for the under-17 team. And Thomas having to clear here that's Jaden Thomas for the national under-17 team. Had a very good game, the last game in the left-back position, Robbie. Shot on goal here. It's the first goal for St. David's top strikers. What a beauty indeed it was. And it's none other than the captain, Casey Batiste, who finds the back of the net. A nice left-foot volley, Robbie. And a good impression here from Casey Batiste for his team.
Very, very good strike there by Casey. And we just spoke about him like a minute ago, one of the bright spots for the top strikers. Goal in the 10th minute. One thing I noticed as well, though, Smith, in the starting 11 for the top strikers, Ron Thomas, who started in goal for the last 2 games, is playing in the midfield. Ron Thomas with the number 8 shirt. And second choice keeper Jason Charles starts tonight. So Ron Charles is showing Ron Thomas is showing his versatility.
Well, what a time for skipper Casey Batiste to get his first goal of the tournament and to put his team 1 goal up to 0, and maybe to look for a victory in the final game in the group stage of this tournament. A beautiful goal indeed by skipper Casey Batiste. Let's see if the under-17 team has the answer to that goal. They will no doubt want to remain composed and keep a level head. Continue to do just what they're doing now, knock the ball around, play patience, look for the spaces. Bad pass here by Philip. Philip enjoying a lot of possession in the middle of the field for the U17. As they look to spread it wide now with Kenneth Noel. Noel looking for maybe Hostialik, can't find him. He's looking for Belfont, that's the number 11 player for the under-17. But Jason Charles comes off his line and makes the timely save. So it's not too much of a hustle and bustle, Robbie. So both teams looking to settle into some kind of a rhythm. Unlike what we saw maybe last week between the St. Andrews and the St. Mark's, it was really, really high energy from the start. But I think the national under-17 team has a very slow tempo that they operate under. And maybe St. David's is just falling in line with that. And let's see how it will work out for both teams here this afternoon.
It's always good when teams can settle really early, get their composure going. Playing comfortable.
Well, it's excellent conditions here at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Nice, pristine conditions for soccer. St. David's look to come forward again down the middle of the field towards the left, as a matter of fact. And it's going to be a goal kick for the U17. Both coaches, Kurt Reddy for the U17 and Daniel Joseph, I'm sure they would have instructed the players, although this match is of academic interest, we're still going to go out there and give our all, give a good show of ourselves, and to represent admirably and see who can bring home some glory for the team here this afternoon. Shondell Clark.
Who you think Smith is going to enjoy the victory more, U17 or St. David? Because if St. David wins, they're going to say he just have a bunch of kids. U17, where they'll say hey, we beat some of the big guys.
Well, I would think there will be equal enjoyment from the victory because both teams have not yet won in this tournament. Both teams have only scored 1 goal. So a victory for either team, I think, will be felt the same way. The same measure of appreciation and joy will be exhibited by both teams. If any team would want to have the better feeling out of this, I believe it will be the U17.
Yep.
Considering they're the babies or the rookies or the underdogs, maybe so to speak. That's Shondell Clark again, who seems to be on the wrong side of injuries in this tournament.
Yep.
Referee Andy Julian in control of the proceedings here this evening. That's Mitchell, has a lot of skill, Robbie. He did exhibit quite a lot of that on the last encounter. He likes to dribble with the ball, has a lot of confidence in himself. And if he can find those holes in the back of the St. Davis top strikers defense, you can look forward to him finding the onion bag on a few occasions.
I'd love to see him. And I think he works best when he has the likes of
maybe the skipper, right? Skipper Clark.
Clark running with him.
Clark, yeah.
Even if he gets the like of a Darryl Phillip on the field with him.
So we just get an update here on the injury to Anthony Buckley. We'll update you in a while. It's a feeble kick here. Another very purposeful one. As we learn now that Anthony Buckley didn't actually have a fractured arm. The x-ray didn't reveal anything, but his arm is in a slab now. There's a splint on it. So I guess the coaches are taking some precautionary actions.
Okay.
And we're happy to hear that it's not a fractured arm for Buckley, and he's just been rested for today's game. That's Mitchell. Mitchell finds a Clark, the skipper. Skipper goes wide to find Hostialik. Hostialik, Robbie, we've been told, just came from a short stint in Portugal.
Yes. He was training under the Benfica camp.
It's happy to see that the youngsters are getting that kind of international exposure. We saw his entire family and friends here last week just to cheer him on. I'm sure they're here again today. Hostialik played for the Presentation Brothers College and really looked impressive in that tournament, the Right Start Republic Bank Intercall football competition in 2019.
Hostialik actually comes through the Just Sports Academy, coached under Lester Fitzgerald Smith. So a lot of his abilities has been unearthed by Smith.
St. Davis with Greenwich here. Bad pass through the middle of the field, only to find Phillip. That's Clark. A lot of hustling now by the U17. Clark has the skipper Clark, looking to find his man who's been pushed off the ball there. That's Belfon, who has been roughed up, so to speak, but referee Julian is right there. That's the third free kick we see that the U17 is getting, Robbie, and the first two was not very purposeful, was not very well taken. See, Clark, Captain Clark is lining up behind this one. Let's see if he can have a better effort on this occasion. Clark has scored the only goal for the U17 in the tournament so far. And
he's giving it up to Thomas.
He's giving it up to Thomas actually now. So he doesn't seem to be they're too sure about how to approach these dead ball and free kick situations. But let's see what Thomas can do on this occasion. Jaden Thomas. Thomas with a chip towards goal, going to the front post here. Good save. May have just been a corner as the goalkeeper went over the touchline with the ball. But good flying save here by Jason Charles.
Yeah, good precaution there by Charles. Because I don't think it was necessarily on target, but you know, with the curve, he can't be too sure, so cover it.
As the replay indicates, it was not on target actually, but just being precautionary here is Jason Charles. And to you, our loyal viewers, we just want to apologize to you for the absence of the running clock and the scope and the up-to-date scores. We're hoping that we can rectify the situation. If not, we will just alert you as to what the time left in the game is like, and to give you regular updates on the score as well. So just in case you want to know, it's 1-0 in favor of the St. David's top strikers. A goal scored in the 9th minute of play by skipper Casey Batiste. His first goal of the tournament, the first goal for St. David's in the tournament as well. A match of academic interest. Both teams want to end the tournament on a high. St. David's top strikers looking to come forward here, being fouled in the process. Looks like Reynold Greenwich.
No, that was Christian
Sears. Christian Sears, that's right. So let's see if there is some set play of some sort by the top strikers. We see just about 4 players moving forward. And
looks like
lining up behind this one looks like Limion Murray.
Yes, and Ron Thomas.
Having some discussion there now. Let's see what comes out of this discussion.
You mentioned earlier there are no St. David players in the national team, but Murray was called for trials. But unfortunately, I was told that he never went.
Left footer taken here now. Not a very strong kick. A looping one, rainbow shot sort of. And no trouble at all for goalkeeper Telemark. Robbie, I looked at the second game that the U17 played, and I don't recall on any occasion when the goalkeeper had a long kick forward or a long kick from the goal kick.
Likewise, their first game, they are very disciplined in terms of their tactics.
And not only discipline here, Robbie, you must have a level of confidence and a level of skill and control.
Yeah.
To be under pressure and still looking to knock that ball outside of your 6-yard box, outside of your penalty to come forward.
Good coaching.
Because even at the international circle, when you see the professional teams under pressure, the goalkeeper makes that long kick. But we have never seen that so far in the 2 matches that the U17 has played. I saw Stialik down the left-hand side here. Finds Philip, the midfield general for the team. Phillips finds Mitchell. Mitchell comes back across here and finds Antoine. Antoine finds Noel. So some nice little passes been put together by the U17 team here.
That discipline is like an old school Ajax. Played out from
skipper Clark looking to find Hostialik on the far left hand side. The pass is not a good one here. Good hustle in the middle of the field here. A little bit too casual on this occasion here, but good recovery by the U17. Skipper Clark finds Philip in the middle, always in the middle. He has Hostialik wide, looking to find, that's Belfon. Belfon chips forward here, looking to find the striker, but finds his right winger. Contested by 2 players just outside of the penalty area. Clark goes down. It's going to be another free kick just outside of the penalty area for the national U17 team. But Clark had to contend with 2 defenders on that occasion with his back on goal.
Very exciting play there by the national U17.
That was Shondell Clark finding Clark. Clark into Clark. But Clark unaware of those 2 unrushing defenders here. Been bundled over in the process and earning a nice free kick just outside of the penalty area. And the intention here should be to go towards the blind side, towards the back of the 6-yard box with an on-rushing striker, heading that straight into the back of the net, Robbie. Let's see what the plan is by the national under-17 team. A 3-man wall constructed here. Clark going for glory, going for goal and scores! What a magnificent goal here by Keishon Clark. He's second in the tournament to pull the score level. 1 goal apiece here. A beautiful goal indeed by Keishon Clark. A goal scored in the 21st minute of play. The score is 1 goal apiece, and Davis top strikers 1. As we see the replay here, curling away from the keeper into the side netting, Robbie. And whenever you score into the side net, it's always the most difficult point for the goalkeeper to hold.
That's a very confident attempt, confident goal. I mean, we just spoke about how confident they are playing out to the back, but even in the attacking, they are a confident team, Smith, and 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds. It says good for our future. if
I
you
was
can
just
keep
checking the scorecard. They have, what, 6 15-year-olds on the starting lineup. So I know a lot of people thought they were out of place to be in this tournament, but they're really holding their own. And a victory for them this afternoon would do a lot for their confidence, Robbie, moving forward international and appearances.
certainly.
So it's live football action here at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. It's the Pure Grenada Cup 2020. And for those of you just joining us, the score is 1 goal apiece here. A bad mix-up here by the last defender to give away, almost giving away a goal here again to skipper Batiste. But what a blunder here by the left back, I think it was here for the national under-17 team. A bad mix-up here. And that could have cost them a goal just like that.
Both captains leading by example, Smithy, because both goals being scored by the respective captains.
As a matter of fact, the two goals scored by the U17 has been scored by the skipper. And he has 2 goals in this tournament. That's Kishon Clark. Top strikers looking to come forward again with on a corner on this occasion.
Assistant coach of the national U17, Gerald Bubbles Alexander. He always speaks so well about Kishon Clark, and he's one to look at for the future. Always speaks of him in a positive light.
So the corner is taken now. Top strikers. Heads go up. Missed on this occasion. Top strikers still have an opportunity here. That was Murray. Not a good cross by Murray. And it's going to be a goal kick for the U17 team. Top strikers missed a good opportunity a while ago, Robbie, with that mix-up. And
yeah, they should have at least been up a goal. The goal was empty.
U17 building from the back again. It's a sort of a choreographed performance from the back by them. Top strikers down the left-hand side here with skipper Batiste. Crosses nicely. Goalkeeper comes off his line. Doesn't take cleanly, but recovers nicely on the second attempt and rolls it out in his usual form here. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell with space and time. Looking to find Hostialik down the left-hand side. The pass needed a little bit more weight. That looks like Belfont on the left-hand side was moved from the middle of the field. But Thomas coming forward here now finds Philip. Philip looks around. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell looking to change the play around here. Finds his right midfielder here. That looks like Noel. Into skipper Clark. Clark maybe doing a little too much on this occasion. Trying to regain possession here. They hustle for it. But it's top strikers that comes away with it with Greenwich. Greenwich has been hustled here. As St. Davis knocks it out nicely from the back. Good composed football by both teams. Nice searching ball here by skipper Batiste. To find Sayers. Sayers still has it. Cross comes in now. Only to find Murray, who doesn't control well on the first occasion. And that should be a corner here now for the top strikers. But we see Hostialik moving from left to right now, Robbie. So some structural changes been made. Nice move here by Batiste. Looking to get the cross inside. The shot comes in now. It's a good one. But goalkeeper had it well measured and covered here on the front post. And Jason, that was Telemark, I beg your pardon, not having too much difficulty with that one. But some good shots coming in from the top strikers. Hostialik now moved to the right-hand side of the field. Sporting in number 13 t-shirt here. Lone striker up front is Mitchell.
I thought
call here by
I thought so as well. I thought it was passed back to him.
So a yellow card might be issued here, Robbie, and I think that might be the first yellow card for the match, given to goalkeeper Jason Charles. We'll look back to see what actually happened there. And I'm sure Kishon Clark might be licking his lips here as we
look at that.
See the infringement that was committed here. So Keyshawn Clark must be one lining up behind that. I see also Millet. It's going to be a power shot for sure. There's no other way of doing it. Right outside, maybe just 12 inches outside of the penalty area, if as much as that. And a 4-man wall has been constructed here. I would think maybe an additional person needs to be in that wall, Robbie. Not just 4. But it obviously has to be a power shot. Or if you have the skill of a Ronaldo to make it go up and, dip over the wall. I'm not too sure these youngsters possess that skill. The shot comes in low and hard along the ground. And not too difficult for goalkeeper Charles. But the plan was clear, to strike on goal. Murray has it now for top strikers, looking to make that cross ball pass. It's not a good one. And now U17 down the left-hand side here, looking to find Shondell Clark. So the switch has been made between Shondell Clark and Hostialik. Switching from right to left is Shondell Clark and Kian Hostialik from left to right.
I think the pace of Greenwich, Antonio Greenwich against Hostialik, it was a mismatch. That's the reason why he switched and put
Shondell Clark. But here's Batiste, weaving and turning. Feeble, weak shot here. No real challenge for goalkeeper, but good persistent marking and tackling by the U17 on that occasion. Skipper Clark here receiving the late tackle. Referee waves play on. Clark recovers nicely. U17, I mean, that was the intention we saw from them. It's just that they don't have the endurance, Robbie, to take that style of play right throughout the 90 minutes. But they haven't St. Davis run around in circles here now. Literally so. Philip finds skipper Clark. Clark looking to find Mitchell. Mitchell gets it now in a 1v1 situation, but loses the ball in the process to Greenwich.
I think the ball got a deflection of the defender.
That could have spelled a dangerous moment here for top strikers. Throw to be taken by Kenneth Noel. As still with Mitchell. Mitchell finds Clark. Clark looks for his player who chips it nicely. Brilliant save by Jason Charles. Another brilliant save by Jason Charles. But look at the chip, Robbie, from the striker, from the midfielder, sorry. And a brilliant save to prevent the second goal by the U17.
Good competition. Good strike. Good keeping.
So the score remains 1 goal apiece between the St. Davis top strikers and the National U17. Just about 30 minutes gone in the first half. And again, we want to apologize for not being able to put up the score and the running clock as we are accustomed to doing here. We're trying to sort the issue out, and as soon as we are able to do so, we will provide you with that. In the meantime, we would update you as we go along. Keeper reluctant to come up the line here, but good recovery by the defender on this occasion to prevent Nilon Modeste of an opportunity here for goal. But maybe the defense caught a little bit napping here, Robbie.
Yes. I mean, it was a quick play between Modeste and Batiste. Caught them off guard.
And Modeste was maybe a little bit slow at the same time too, but good recovery work by the defense. Again, the choreographed approach by the U17 to knock the ball from the defense moving forward. And finding a lot of space in doing so as well. A lot of confidence from Clark. He's a holding midfield for the team. Finds the skillful Mitchell here just outside of the penalty area. Mitchell looking to go inside here, but it has to deal with the burly central defender and unable to get around him on this occasion. So Aliad Morris doing a pretty decent job for the top strikers in defense. And again, some sloppy work here by top strikers. That's Morris. Goes back into Charles, who's having a good game so far, Robbie.
Yes, very good.
At least 2 brilliant saves, and there would have been some others as well. Top strikers coming forward with a lot more purpose now and speed, but has to deal with Kenneth Noel before. Ostialik on defensive work here now. Murray goes past him quite easily. Ostialik recovers. Cross comes in now. It's not a particularly good one from Greenwich. And it's going to be reset by the U17.
I was surprised that Murray didn't run on the flank and cross his left foot, because he has the ability to cross it both left or right.
Look at the style of play here, Robbie, by the U17. They were trying to go forward, had some difficulty, and they went all the way back to goalkeeper Telemark. Look at the level of confidence as they play the ball around inside of the penalty area. Clark wins it in the middle here now. He has Philip nearby, opting to go for his left winger here. That's Shondell Clark. And the pass wasn't a good one. Top strikers looking to put together a counter attack. But it's Thomas here who has it. Looking for Belfon. Unable to find Belfon. Top strikers. Looping ball forward here. Looking to find the striker. Finds him. Ricochets off the defender. And a bad fumble here by goalkeeper Telemark. No goal resulted in the end. But the deflection of the defender really had goalkeeper Telemark in some difficulties there, Robbie.
You know, it's saves like that had him on the bench for the last game. You know, he fumbles a lot. I think he can be a very good goalkeeper, but the confidence is just not there as yet.
Corner taken now. Goalkeeper goes up and makes a very comfortable save in the middle of a crowded penalty area. And as usual, he bowls this one out here. Not being able to find a Belfon on this occasion. But Belfon recovers and goes all the way back into Noel. Noel is able to find Mitchell. Mitchell finds Belfon. Belfon finds Philip. And a good ball will be placed forward here to Mitchell. Mitchell in a 1v1 has a shot on goal and scores! And scores! U17 goes 2-1 up in this encounter, but good build-up, Robbie. Good play in the 33rd minute of play. A goal by Mitchell here, hitting the upright and going in, and it's 2-1 in favor of the national under-17 team.
You know, I almost thought he was going a bit too wide at one time, but very good finish there. You see, I mean, he literally narrowed off his own self.
What I like about the whole approach, Robbie, was the build-up from the defense, from the back with the goalkeeper. They strung some passes together and was able to find Mitchell with a good through pass. And although he hesitated a bit, and the effort on goal maybe was not the strongest kick, the placement was good, finding the upright and into the back of the net. 2-1 in favor of the national under-17 team. Having to come from 1 goal down, Robbie, and now in the ascendancy here, 2-1. And really having the better of the St. David's top strikers.
When you can come from behind and take the lead, it's always a good sign that you have the mental fortitude.
And the composure.
Yes.
You know, not to panic when you're down, but to maintain composure and build from the ashes, so to speak. Baptiste, the obviously most skillful player for the top strikers here. Corner here for top strikers. I would think, Robbie, that if Baptiste has some more support, especially a stronger midfield to feed him and to give him good service, he can be a very dangerous player.
Well, normally he has the likes of a Caden McPhee running off, but he has been a no-show so far.
Corner taken, the heads go up. Top striker still has it just outside of the penalty area. That may have been an offside, Robbie.
Yeah, offside.
The referee whistle indeed went. Looked like offside from our vantage point as well. Again, slow, methodic build-up from the back line here for the U17. Finding a lot of space here at the National Stadium is the U17. So just about 35 minutes gone now, Robbie, in the
37.
37 minutes gone in the first half of play. Some decent football we've seen here, considering it's a game of the loser, so to speak, in the tournament so far. Both teams have lost their opening 2 games. Maybe a more evenly matched team. Attempt here by top strikers is Batiste here, but well-composed Telemark in goal, who does all the cleanup work here for his team. Telemark finds Antoine. Let's take on Antoine here. Antoine obviously is looking for Philip. The pass is not a good one. Was looking for Clark on that occasion. U17 comes out of defense here now, looking to find, that's Millet, that's Belfon. Belfon goes back to find Antoine. Antoine swings it around to find Thomas, it looks like here. It's Philip here, the tall Philip in the middle of the field. As Belfon maybe looking a little bit tired.
Good pass. Look at that pass there by Hostialic.
That's Mitchell again. So some nice passes being put together here by the U17. St. David's on the back foot at the moment here, really struggling to regain possession and having to deal with a series of attacks from the U17 team. Good hustle here by Shondell Clark to be able to win this one. Finds Philip. Philip finds Clark, who's always in the middle of the field there. Clark looking for Mitchell, but goes wide for Hostialic. But nice interception here by top strikers. Give it away easily, top strikers, and goes back and finds Hostialic here. Hostialic curls it nicely around the defenders, but not enough speed here by Clark, Shondell Clark, to come towards the blind side and pick that one up. Nice recovery by goalkeeper
The
Charles.
U17 already stepping into their own.
But you could see the intention by Hostialic was really to curl that ball around the defense,
Yeah.
to pull the goalkeeper out as well and get the ball outside of his reach. But he was not on the same page here with Shondell Clark.
I'm
who was
really
slow in
impressed.
coming forward.
Really impressed with the U17, and it's not because they are winning today. I mean, it's throughout the tournament. As we said, it's just that they've been overpowered.
So the coaching staff of the U17, which the head coach is Kurt Rennie, Gerard Alexander is also there, and I think Desmond Noel is the goalkeeper coach.
Yes.
And there is another member of the coaching staff as well that we will try to get a name for.
Logan, I think Logan's
Richard Logan is also there. So they must be pretty pleased with the performance of the U17 thus far. It's not yet over, so we expect that the youngsters would continue with that vein of form that they have today. Mitchell here looking for the shot, sends it forward here, but he had
the one
Shondell
too.
Clark,
Yeah.
and he could have really played it into him, opting to go for glory for himself.
Yes.
And not a good one. And that's I think he's really been stimulated by the goal he scored a while ago. And looking to
it stroked his confidence.
Impress the score sheet again.
But you know, at this age, greatest importance is placed on development, not so much winning or losing, but it's the development of the players.
And I think what these youngsters are showing here, they're showing the adults how you can, football is a very basic game, and you can really make it as simple as possible by just knocking the ball around.
Fundamentals.
So Thomas wins a kick here, deep in the half of the U17. Look how they're going to just knock it out nicely, Robbie. You know, it shows the skill and confidence of these youngsters. And they're going to swing it from left to right. Comes up with Hostialic now. Hostialic plays it forward here nicely to find, that looks
Clark.
like Belfon.
No, Clark.
That's Clark, I beg your pardon. So Clark is the midfield general, himself and Philip. But Clark is playing the more offensive role.
Yes.
So he's always just outside of the penalty area, always looking there.
Supporting the strikers.
Supporting the strikers. And that is his obvious role here today. Keyshawn Clark. I know his mom must be looking on. She is a very, very strong supporter of Keyshawn Clark. That's Dolina Clark from Telescope.
Okay.
And she shows a lot of support behind this youngster.
Well, he must have come through the Paradise system, in particular.
Assam School of Modern Soccer.
That's right.
He's a product of that, as a matter of fact. Very untidy work here by the left back for the top strikers. Goalkeeper having to come and save the day here for him, but I'm not too sure what the thinking was by Greenwich.
Goalkeeper is very vocal, Smithy.
Well, he ought to be for situations like these, you know, because that was really, really unnecessary by Greenwich. Feeble shot comes in from U17. But it's St. David's pushing out here with some speed, looking to put together a counter-attack of some sort. But the ball has been given away quite easily here, as Thomas is going to slow it down a bit here. Gets past one man. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell goes back into Thomas. And they're going to slow it down again and allow St. David's to come to them. Philip looking to find maybe Hostialik on the far right side. Finds him nicely. Not a good first touch here by Hostialik, but a good pass by Philip Robbie.
Very good pass. Good vision.
Top strikers here, Thomas. Number 8 goes back to find Morris. It's back with Thomas here now. Looks to chip this one forward in the space. Did find the space, but didn't find the player. Telemark is going to take his time about it as we approach the end of the first half of this encounter. It's 2-1 in favor of the national under-17 team. Robbie, you with the coach of the top strikers, what might be thinking at this stage of the game?
I would definitely look to mirror the style of play of the U17 players in terms of their composure, their confidence, and just playing the ball simple, playing it easy. Too many times you see the possession. I think they even had a greater possession, St. David, but they're not connecting from the middle third to that attacking third.
In addition to that, Robbie, considering that Baptiste is the key player, they have to find a way to get the ball to Baptiste in the offensive third. So if it means strengthening the midfield, if it means the defense having to move forward, but they have to get that ball to Baptiste. Baptiste is the only player there, having already scored one goal, that looks to have some threat to the U17 back line, and they have to find a way to get the ball to him.
He certainly needs some support. Well, I was about to say Modesta needs to step up. He just stole that ball.
So let's see what happens here as we approach the halftime interval. Top strikers inside of the penalty area of the U17. And top striker still has it here. That's with Thomas. Thomas goes back to find his right back here, Greenwich. Greenwich moved from left to back now. Greenwich looking to make that pass forward here. Difficulty in clearing here for the under-17. The shot comes in, it's not a good one. And that looks like Thomas here trying an optimistic approach, I would think, Robbie.
Yeah, 1 minute added on time. Photo official.
So photo official Shane Ellis indicates that just only 1 minute to be added on. Not many stoppages during the first half. A lot of good ball movement from the U17 and continues here. Maybe doing a little bit too much now is Clark. Clark, a very skillful player, very confident player too. Gets it back now in a good position is Clark. Looking to move forward down the right-hand side, just outside of the penalty area. Looks up now for support. Looks for Greenwich. For Mitchell, the shot comes in now. It's a good one, but just wide of the upright. But I think goalkeeper Charles had the post covered, Robbie. A very energetic goalkeeper, Jason Charles, been called to duty on several occasions in the first half.
And always seems to be so displeased with his back line. He's so difficult to please.
So top strikers looking to come forward again, but have to contend with the fullback of the U17 as the referee whistle goes to indicate the end of the first half, Robbie. A pretty much exciting first half with some good ball possession and good skill exhibited by the national U17 team. Maybe meeting a match of their equal stature, having to deal with the St. Mark's Western Stars and the St. Patrick's Crown City Strikers. And really exhibiting what we expected to see from them in the tournament.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they actually have a team that is of similar stature, progression. So, yeah, I think they're going to definitely have the upper hand, and deservedly, they are up 2-1 at the half. They have played a better football.
Having been trailing 1-0, as a matter of fact, it was from the boot of Casey Baptiste in the 9th minute that sent the top strikers Not the top strikers. Yeah, the top strikers into the lead.
Yeah.
And then it was skipper Kishon Clark getting his second goal of the tournament in the 23rd minute to find the equalizer. And then we saw another beautiful goal from Simeon Mitchell hitting the post and going in the 33rd minute to put the U17 team in the lead. My player of the first half so far would obviously be Kishon Clark.
Certainly. Controlling
the midfield and having scored one as well. And on the St. David's team, definitely it would be the captain, Casey Batiste, and goalkeeper, Jason Charles, who was outstanding within the uprights.
First game of the tournament.
And his first game of the tournament. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break and come back with some more live second half action here at the Kirali James National Stadium in the Pure Grenada Cup 2020. Stay tuned, we'll be back with more live action for the second half of this game.
Pool Center located on the Carnage is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play waggy-t Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, waggy-t Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Goldfish Slots and Pool Center located on the Carnage is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy. Remember, patrons must adhere to all safety protocols.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call waggy-t Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking for generators to rent? Then call waggy-t Generator Rentals. We rent a wide range of generators: 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, also 20,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, and 150,000. We are located in building number 6, Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Or give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Waggy-t Generator Rentals. We are Grenada's standby power people. Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at waggy-t Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes, from as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play waggy-t Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, waggy-t Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, located on the Carnage, is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy. Remember, patrons must adhere to all safety protocols.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call waggy-t Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking for generators to rent? Then call waggy-t Generator Rentals. We rent a wide range of generators: 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, also 20,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, and 150,000. We are located in building number 6, Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Or give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. waggy-t Generator Rentals. We are Grenada's standby power people. Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at waggy-t Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes, from as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play waggy-t Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, waggy-t Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, located on the Carnage, is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy. Remember, patrons must adhere to all safety protocols.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call waggy-t Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking for generators to rent? Then call waggy-t Generator Rentals. We rent a wide range of generators: 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, also 20,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, and 150,000. We are located in building number 6, Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Or give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. waggy-t Generator Rentals. We are Grenada's standby power people. Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at waggy-t Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes, from as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play waggy-t Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, waggy-t Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, located on the Carnage, is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy. Remember, patrons must adhere to all safety protocols.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call waggy-t Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Are you looking for generators to rent? Then call waggy-t Generator Rentals. We rent a wide range of generators: 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, also 20,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, and 150,000. We are located in building number 6, Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. Or give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Waggy-t Generator Rentals. We are Grenada's standby power people. Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at waggy-t Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes, from as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grenada, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play waggy-t Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, waggy-t Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, located on the Carnage, is now open daily from 10 a.m. Over 40 of your favorite slot games in a spacious and comfortable atmosphere. We're also open on Sundays from 12 noon, so check us out. Goldfish Slots and Pool Center, where winning is easy. Remember, patrons must adhere.
game, Trey John, number 16.
Welcome back to TNR Communication coverage of the Pure Grenada Cup. So you see the resumption of this game. St. David Top Strikers versus National U17. National U17 in green. Green tops, yellow shorts. The score 2-1 in favor of the National U17. Goal scored by Keyshawn Clark on the 21st minute and Simeon Mitchell in the 35th. The lone goal for Top Strikers scored by Captain Casey Batiste in the 9th. So substitution on the half. Substitution for the National U17. Out, number 13, Keon Hastialik. And in, number 16, Trey John.
Promotion in partnership with Grenada Football Association, Grenada Springwater,
This is the final match for both teams.
waggy-t Rental and Subs Company,
Both teams lost their 2 previous games. And it's a fight for pride in this one.
and the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. After this match, St. George's Royal Cannon
Second game for this evening, we will see St. George Royal Cannons versus St. John Dolphins, a virtual playoff game.
from City Strikers, they play St. Mark's.
St. George needs at least a draw to qualify for the semis, and it's a must-win for the Dolphins.
We go to the semi-finals next week Saturday. Game start at 6 p.m.
Being joined by Leslie Smith.
I'm sure both coaches will have had quite a lot to say during the halftime interval. Coach Rennie might have had maybe less to say than Coach Joseph for the Top Strikers. But what do you think would have been the conversation in the dressing room?
For Rennie, just an encouragement to continue what they're doing. It's safe to assume that like a bit more conversions. I mean, execution of shots on goal. We saw the substitution of Trey John coming in for Hostialik. I think it's a swap for pace, because Hostialik is a very good player, but he's not the fastest.
Yeah, and Hostialik to me was not having the better of his games today. He didn't look the part. He looked a little feeble. He looked a little bit lethargic as well. Not very much involved in the play as we saw him in the second game. And I thought it was maybe a good decision by Coach Rennie to give him maybe some much needed rest and to give Trey John an opportunity here to continue with the good style of play of the U17.
Certainly, Coach Daniel Joseph of the Top Strikers, he must have had some choice words, some difficult, hard words with his players. To get them in the game. I mean, it's not nice being outplayed by guys 4 years, 6 years younger than you are.
In some cases, even more than that. The oldest player on the Top Strikers team is actually 40 years.
Yeah, and that's what Lion or Smashy, Francis.
So let's see if the U17 can continue with the good style of play that we saw from them, their composure and their skill as we saw them in the first half. Skipper Clark here, looking to thread the ball through the defense here, only to find goalkeeper Charles, who was very impressive in the first half, Robbie.
From all the games that we have seen St. David, whoever is in goal, whether it's Charles or Thomas, always looks so good.
Bad blunder here by the defense here, but lack of ideas by Top Strikers. In the end, the shot goes wide, but not all strikers can deal with the situation of being in a goal rush and in front of goal, and anxiety and panic sometimes.
It calls for composure. Yeah, the goalkeeper is always looking for St. David. The problem is just their back line.
So Stefan Hood is actually 40 years old, and he will just be the oldest player on the Top Strikers team.
How old is Michael Francis?
But we don't have his age here. Shot comes in here. It's a good one, but just wide of the upright. St. David's looked to find that equalizing goal in the early stages of the second half.
I think Michael Francis is also 40 plus.
So Michael Francis on the bench still. We have not seen him on the pitch yet, Robbie, in this encounter.
Yeah, he started the previous 2 games and actually started as captain in the previous 2 games.
Some tough play here by Mitchell, but it's top strikers who are applying some pressure now, Robbie. And looking to put together some passes as well as top striker. Greenwich pretty much involved in it. Shot comes in from Thomas, I think it is. That's Ron Thomas, yes. Not troubling goalkeeper Telemac. Telemac in his usual form looks to his right back. Right back finds the right midfield. That's Clark. Clark looking to find Belfon. Belfon gives it away. But look at how they come forward again. U17. Clark being hustled off the ball here and finds the substituted Trey John. John finds Clark. Clark being hustled off the ball here. Some strong play in the middle of the field. An infringement called against top strikers. Much to their dislike as well. But referee Andy Julian was right on the spot there to see exactly what went on. Another kick here for the U17 just outside the penalty area. Let's see if we can get another beautiful goal as we saw from Keishon Clark in the first half.
The St. David's players are too easily intimidated by these young players. And
well, Robbie, when you're down 1 goal or 2 goals to 1 by some 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds, the frustration can creep in sometimes.
But it's only 1 goal. I mean, you have, 40-odd minutes to not only equalize, but to go in front.
And to add salt to the wound, you have not won a match in the tournament so far. It can have a toll on you psychologically. But Clark is lined up behind this one. A 4-man wall being constructed here. That's skipper Keishon Clark, already scored 1 in this game. Goes for goal again and looking to curl it towards the V. Goalkeeper Charles on the spot as well and guiding this one over the bar as you watch it sail over the bar.
Goalkeeper Charles makes a very good height.
Greenwich here goes back to find Morris. Morris swings it around to his left full back. St. David's looking to come on down the left-hand side here with Greenwich. Looking to make that looping pass over Kenneth Noel, but Noel equal to the task. Again, St. David's looking to come forward with longer balls now. So the strategy is obviously different in the second half for top strikers, Robbie. They were looking to match the U17 with pass for pass. That didn't seem to work too well for them in the first half. And now we see out of more long balls from the defense straight to the strikers, maybe looking for the likes of a Batiste up front who can spell some real danger for the U17.
Yeah, but playing a long ball is not necessarily a better plan.
Well, this is a different plan. Thomas. Finds Belfon. Belfon not making a good pass here.
But he's looking for the 1-2 pass.
And that's Ron Thomas now on the other side of the pitch for top strikers. It's Modeste. Modeste goes back to find Greenwich. Greenwich now finds the substituted James. James coming off the bench for top strikers. Some good ball movement here by top strikers. Let's see what happens on this occasion. Still with top strikers, but maybe doing a little too much is McPhee. Maybe being asked to do too much is McPhee, not getting enough support from his colleagues on the pitch. U17, this occasion Noel losing control of the ball, but will have to recover for his team. Top strikers enjoying some possession now, but it is Greenwich who has had to pull very deep, as Simeon Mitchell has had to pull way back into his team's own half of the field. As Mitchell here now making the quick throw in. So St. David's may be being roughed up during the halftime interval by Coach Joseph. Opportunity here by St. David's top strikers. Goals are begging here. And Christian Sayers it was, who had a sniff on goal to say, Robbie?
Yeah, we should have done better. Again, is that lack of composure in the final third. Coach Joseph must have had some choice words with his players.
Here they come forward again. Again it says, but this time has Andrews, as Kimrell Andrews to contend with.
I thought that the incoming Kenneth Noel is a very good replacement for Berkeley. Evenly matched. Soft corner there taken by St. David, and it's going to lead to another corner. Well defended there by the U17. Corner taken again by Batiste.
I'm wondering, Rob, if it's a smart move for Batiste. That looks like a handball here by Greenwich. I wonder if it's a smart move for Batiste to be taking the corners when he might be the only person that's likely to score for top strikers. But the U17 with some possession now. We saw a nice little stint here by the top strikers a while ago. Morris cleans up at the back here for top strikers. Again, looking to make that long pass, but finds Batiste in the middle of the field. Batiste back to Morris. Let's see what Morris do on this occasion.
There is Caden McPhee. I mean, he has not stepped up in this game, not for 1 second.
We saw a little bit of him a moment ago with an opportunity on goal, but that's Trey John here. Came in during the halftime interval. But Trey John looking maybe a little diminutive in stature as well, Robbie. And looking a little awkward too, I would think, on the field.
Yeah, he seemed a bit confused on the play. I don't think he was offside. I really thought that Hood played him on.
Clark has it in the middle of the field. Had a man on the far right side, opted not to play it for him. Maybe doing a little bit too much on that occasion was Clark, being robbed of the ball here. But good recovery work here by the defense and the goalkeeper making the sweeping save. Maybe unnecessary, but nonetheless effective.
Safety first. When the keeper comes in like that, most time the strikers, they had to run to the side.
This is one of the youngsters I like to see. That's Thomas in the left back, He's not a very big guy, but he plays with a lot of intelligence. And he's doing a very good job for the U17 in the left back position.
That's Jaden Thomas. He's the brother of Kobe Thomas, who plays for QPR. He's also the brother of the goalkeeper you're going to see later tonight for the Royal Cannons. So
he comes from a family that has football in the veins, so to speak, Robbie, with a rich history of football.
They get that sporting ability from their father, from Jason.
But he's doing a good job in the left back position for the U17. And you were making the point, Robbie, that Anthony Buckley, who normally plays the last stopper position for the U17, is not really missed here tonight because the others have really stepped up to the plate and doing human service in the back for the U17.
Andrews, Noel, Thomas, they have all chipped in.
That's Modeste here now. And it's Batiste. Batiste goes past his man, but towards the corner flag. Always moving away from goal. No real threat on that occasion. As we see here now, it's now with Mitchell. Mitchell looks around, finds Trey John, who was coming for Hastialik. Back into John here, but John somewhat, Robbie, maybe not well composed, maybe trying to find where he is at the moment. Yeah, he needs to be told that he's at the National Stadium playing Pure Grenada Cup against the St. David's top strikers.
He's making his coach look bad. I mean, it's best he probably had stuck with Hostialic.
So top strikers in the back line here looking to come forward. That's Darren Hood making the long pass here only to find Noel. Noel goes further wide to look for Clark. Clark not controlling the ball well here. He goes into touch. Maybe a little bit too casual was Shondell Clark. Greenwich. It's back with Greenwich. So a small crowd, Robbie, but they're very vociferous, very audible. I went downstairs during the halftime interval and fair amount of people there. I mean, not a huge crowd by any stretch of the imagination, but within the limits of the allowable amount.
You're very generous.
And the diehard football fans, no doubt, seizing the opportunity to come on down here to look at good football. So far, they have been provided with good football by the U17 and to a lesser extent by the top strikers. But the U17 not coming into their own into the second half yet. They were very much more into it into the first half and maybe a little bit too casual in the second half of play.
Yeah, they are yet to settle. I mean, and it's already 50 minutes played in this half.
And if they're not too careful, St. David's top strikers may very well find that equalizing goal and maybe put some additional pressure on them and get them to wake up, so to speak, for the second half. But I made a comment earlier, and from my observation in the second game, they played a very good first 20 minutes. And thereafter, towards the end of the first half and the second half, they really did not show up at all.
What is you're speaking of?
I'm speaking about the U17. And I'm not too sure if that might be an issue here in this game, that the second half play is just really not measuring up to what they do in the first half. Look how easily they've been gotten wrong by the St. David's players now. The St. David's players looking, much better than we saw them in the first half, I would think.
Do you think it's fatigue?
I don't know. I think it's not fatigue, but maybe overconfidence now, and maybe just too casual about things.
They're about to make a substitution.
So apparently the coach is seeing exactly what we're seeing, and he's going to make some structural changes through a substitution and maybe some other changes on the field. As we see here now, player number 17, that's Shondell Clark, he'll be going off, and Dishon Thomas would be coming on. So Dishon Thomas is in for Shondell Clark. The corner taken. Still inside of the penalty area. As Thomas with it here. Goes into touch, and it's going to be another corner for the top strikers. So top strikers enjoying a bit of possession, maybe, Robbie, and applying some pressure as well. And let's see if he can bring them that equalizing goal that they're so much searching for.
I mean, scoring one goal in what? 2.5 games is a lot.
They already conceded 15.
yeah.
Still top strikers just outside of the penalty area here. But Trey John does some good defensive work here. Although the pass is not a particularly good one. Top strikers again coming forward and applying some more pressure. Somebody must have done some roughing up to them during the halftime interval and say, why are you letting these youngsters run you around the park? Skipper John here, Skipper Clark, I beg your pardon here, finds his striker in an offside position. And so the substitutions are coming fast and furious now. Looks like a double substitution by top strikers.
It looks like Shakil Amade coming in for Limian
Yellow
Murray.
card being issued here by referee Julian. The substitution player number 21 goes out. That's Limoy Murray, and the player number 23, Shakil Amadi, comes in. We're also going to see Josh Jacob entering shortly, and most likely
maybe Christian Sayers coming out. Let's see. Yep.
so player number 19, Christian Sayers, comes out, and Josh Jacob goes in. Double substitution by top strikers. Top strikers may be seeing some fatigue in the youngsters and bringing in some fresh legs to apply some more pressure, Robbie.
And you know, in particular, Josh Jacobs, he has a pace.
And he has a good shot as well.
Yep. Dangerous left foot.
Batiste inside the penalty area, always moving away from goal. Not the best for strikers to be doing. Strikers are supposed to be moving towards goal.
Shot there by Josh Jacob already. I think Josh Jacob and Batiste are cousins.
So a lot of the play now is within the half of the U17. I don't think we've actually seen Josh Charles coming into real live action in the second half so far.
No.
But what I've also noticed with the U17 is that man who just passed the ball there, Mitchell, has pulled really deep back into the own half of the field, whereas in the first half he was playing a lot more offensive.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure if there has been some structural changes made here by Rennie with the makeup of the U17, but they're playing a lot more defensive now.
I think he's not being allowed to really move because as you said, his defense, they're trying to transition into attack, but then they've been stuck in that middle half of the field and then back to defense again.
There we saw Thomas doing some good defensive work there again.
Whatever Coach Daniel told his team, top strikers, is working.
Definitely. Now we see a different person taking the corner, Robbie. So they're looking for Batiste, obviously, here. As we saw Thomas with the rushing header here, not being able to connect. But top strikers with a shot from far and wide. Not a good one. But some time there again, they really delayed in closing down the player, allowing him some free space to take the shot. But even under pressure, the youngsters are still looking to knock it out from the back.
Every time. Love to see it.
And you can see that's something that they've been drilled to do in the training sessions. Trey John now moving from left to right. Been pushed off the ball here. Maybe disproportionate force being applied by Greenwich.
Amadi is one very quick player. So they're looking for pace. As you said, probably the coach, he has seen some tired legs from the U17s. And he's looking to exploit that.
And if you look at the first two games, they were actually tiring up in the second half. So it's an obvious ploy here by Coach Daniel Joseph for the top strikers. But what the top strikers would need to do, Robbie, rather than try to come forward with that amount of speed on every occasion, is still look to string some passes together, get them even more tired, and then slip through that through ball that will split the defense and look for Batiste or Amadi or Jacob, who has just come on here to find that equalizing goal.
It wouldn't happen that easily from the top strikers because they don't have that patience in the final third. Everything is a rush.
There we see it again, not composed in coming forward.
How many times have we seen them shooting from almost halfway in the field?
So the U17 having some difficulties coming out of their own half, but still maintaining the calmness and the composure. Look how deep now that Mitchell has to pull back. He's actually doing defensive work now. And from the looks of it, Robbie, we may find that equalizing goal if he continues like that. You seem to be dubious about it, Robbie.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're thinking that St. Davis, even though the U17 is lethargic in their approach, don't have that strength and that coordination to come forward and find that goal.
Yeah, because it's just, they're not showing the intent in the final two. They haven't shown structure. So yes, St. Davis is dominating the possession, but they're still not really showing that, hey, we can make use of our chances. They're not even creating the chances.
And that's when there is strong tackle here, but that's when there's lack of creativity, Robbie, from the midfield, and lack of ideas and innovation and the correct approaches to move forward. So they're just moving forward without purpose and without really aim.
So the nutmeg, spice of the game.
So it's live Pure Grenada Cup at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Is the first of a doubleheader tonight. They scored 2-1 in favor of the national under-17 team. That was the score at the halftime interval. So we have not seen any goals yet in the second half of play. Noel here for the U17. Finds Andrews. Referee whistle goes here. I think it may have been an offside call on...
Probably on Thomas.
On Thomas. So U17 looking to string some passes at the back and maybe come forward as they were doing in the first half, having a lot more difficulty in the second half. Maybe St. David's understand the style of play of them as well and really counteracting that style of play with some closer marking and some first to ball approaches. Coming forward now is Baptiste. The left foot comes in here all along the carpet. Not much power in the shot, Robbie. And no real challenge for keeper Telemark.
Easy take there by the keeper. I'm wondering if Kenneth Noel is related to Kenneth Smalley's Noel.
Well, he might just be
his
Kenneth
son.
Noel Jr.
Yeah. Former national player Smalley's Noel.
Yeah. That's Philip here. Look at the fine Mitchell. Mitchell in the way of Philip, so to speak. And now it's with Baptiste, the playmaker for the top strikers. Back with Baptiste. Finds Josh Jacob, who makes that long pass here. Still top strikers, looking to get it into the middle here, but not enough support.
Another rush shot there by a top striker player. That's Greenwich, Antonio.
Greenwich. Another substitution about to be made by top strikers. Another double substitutions. Teams are allowed 5 substitutions in this tournament.
So as McPhee.
So McPhee, as Skidon McPhee comes out. And Marky Jacob. Second Jacob.
Greenwich.
And Reinald Greenwich comes off as well. So top strikers ringing in the changes here, looking for that equalizing goal. They're getting a sniff here, they're getting some chances. And I'm sure the thinking is that we need some fresh legs here to capitalize on the tiring legs of the U17 players and maybe to find that striker who can get that equalizing goal as well. Top strikers being put under a little pressure here. Not on many occasions in the second half, they've been really put under that kind of defensive pressure. Looking to come on down the right-hand side again. Ball being played into the middle. There's no one there for top strikers. Miscontrol here by Clark. Top strikers finding some space now, Robbie.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, when they could just execute and play nicely, I mean, somebody's going to just shoot from halfway in the field. For what reason?
All I can do, Robbie, is just shake my head because that was
It's crazy.
uncalled for, unnecessary, wishful thinking, so to speak, by that top striker player. Batiste trying to get wrong his man here, unable to do so. That's Antoine. Antoine was not outfoxed at all on this occasion. Keep your eyes on the ball. That's exactly what he did, and was able to quite comfortable deal with that situation there by Batiste. That's Clark here now for U17. Noel finds Philip. Philip was very active in the first half. We've not seen much of him in the build-up of play by the U17 in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of their passes been going down the flank rather than coming through the middle.
Nice ball here looking for
Thomas,
but Thomas gave up on this one quite early. And Thomas only came on a few minutes ago, Robbie. He should have a lot more energy and speed. I thought he gave up quite early on that pass.
Yeah, he's only been on the field roughly 12 minutes. Came on in the 63rd minute.
Top strikers with a lot of time in the back end now, not been pressured at all. U17 enjoying a 2-1 lead since the 33rd minute of play. And you can see they're really not rushing to the ball. They seem to be losing on the energy side, so to speak. I think the substitutions too maybe were not very good substitutions in terms of the players who came on, and it shows that the bench maybe needs some additional strengthening.
Yeah, that's a problem we've been discussing throughout this tournament with St. David. It's very apparent that there's no depth on the bench.
But we still have not yet seen Michael Francis for St. David's. I'm not sure he will be taking part in this encounter because I think we've had about 5 substitutions already from.
Well, I have 4. I have Josh Jacob, Shakil Amadi, Maki Jacob, and Jude Williams coming in so far.
So there's still an opportunity for Michael Smeshy Francis to make an appearance for the top strikers.
Or Kimon Marisho, or Shandon James.
Well, we know Francis is a very experienced player and has played in the first 2 games as well. And that may be the opportunity here. Good save by Telemark. And we continue to see that St. David's is really pounding on the door of the goal of the U17. And it might just be sooner rather than later they may find that equalizing goal.
It's a shot on goal there by Jacob, the nephew of Josh Jacob.
Substitution for top strikers in 79th minute.
Infringement call here on Morris, I think it is.
24, Darren Hood, 11 and number 4, Shandon Jones, entered.
So top strikers have used up all their substitutions now. Yeah. So it's obvious that
Jones came on for who?
For Hood. Darren Hood, number 24. Good move here by the U17 here, but looking for the glory for himself. Maybe he could have looked towards one of his strikers just about the penalty spot there. And maybe an opportunity missed here by the U17, a rare opportunity in the second half.
That's probably their first attempt at goal for this half.
Clark looking to come forward, but not making a good pass on this occasion. So the ball is with the goalkeeper Telemark for the U17. Back with Philip. Philip goes back to Telemark. Telemark is looking to find his players. Good marking by top strikers. Close marking and space marking being exhibited here. But we'll look at an opportunity here. Is Baptiste inside of the penalty area. Goes back out to find his striker, but it's not a good shot. It is still within the penalty area here. And Philip it is that makes the clearance here for the U17. Trey John has it far right hand side. Again, the U17 giving up position quite early. Now Philip has it. Looking to put some passes together in the middle of the field. Thomas comes out with it to the left back position. Goes back into Philip. Philip looking for support, but goes past two top striker players. Offensive move here is now with Mitchell. Mitchell looking to find. It was Dishon Thomas. I was unable to find him on that occasion, but Robbie, maybe he could have made the solo run on that occasion.
Yes, he could have been a bit more selfish, but again, it's a system, and they stick to the system, and once they do that, they always look the better team.
So some flashes of brilliance from the U17 in the second half. Not on a very consistent basis, I would say. It's now with the skillful Mitchell. He has skipper Clark to his right, but looks to dribble his way through. Finds his man nicely now, but the referee whistle goes to indicate an offside. And that was Dishon Thomas that was caught in an offside position. They were, again, good skill by Mitchell.
Yes, they have been awakened for the last few minutes. Probably could be, with the 5 substitutions made by St. David, it would throw off your chemistry a bit, huh?
And that seemed to be the case here. But again, we continue to see that Simeon Mitchell is one to look forward to in the future. Pretty skillful player, nippy dribbler as well.
Is a player down? Player.
That's Philip.
Hope was nothing too serious.
Dion Philip for the U17 been given some medical attention here. But again, Robbie, the U17 just about to come into their own in the second half. We saw some attempts on goal, some more offensive action from them. The first time we've seen that kind of energy from them in the second half.
Very first time, and we have played at least, 35 minutes in the second half.
Instructions been dished out there by Coach Kurt Rennie and Gerald Alexander. Both coaches for the U17.
I agreed with the substitution of Caden McPhee, but I'm not too certain with the substitution of Greenwich.
Yeah, I kind of share that sentiment. Yeah. I thought Greenwich was pretty much involved in a lot of the play, and he was not having a bad game, so to speak. And McPhee, more justifiable than a Greenwich substitution. Yeah. Maybe it's an opportunity, the last game of the tournament, to expose some more players, Robbie.
Could be.
Can't lose twice, so to speak.
If you're looking for the victory, I still believe in being calculated.
Top strikers. Still searching for that equalizing goal. Finds Batis in a good position, but been called offside. Right in front of assistant referee.
Strikers at 5 o'clock.
Some casual play in front of their own goal, the U17. Bad pass. So we've seen a lot more bad passes from the U17 in the second half than the first half. They were pretty much accurate in the first half. And we continue to see how their players really deteriorated in the second half, and the coaches would really need to look into that and see how they can improve on that situation.
It has to be the fitness.
Dishon Thomas again. He reminds me of Trey John.
I was about to say
those
that.
Two substitutes.
The bench
really, they're really struggling. They're pretty much on the smaller side. They're pretty much, I don't want to say weak, Robbie, but they could provide a lot more energy and purpose when the ball has been played to them.
I mean, it's either the first touch is giving some trouble or offside. You know, they haven't settled in the game. Well, they are still left with 3 subs.
So it's live action here at the Kiana James Athletic Stadium. It's Pure Grenada Cup. St. David's top strikers in the yellow and black against the national under-17 team in the green and yellow. The U17 leads this one thus far 2-1. Goals scored in the 23rd and 33rd minute by skipper Keishon Clark and Simeon Mitchell respectively, having to come from 1 goal down from the boot of skipper
Casey Batiste.
Casey Batiste of the top strikers in the 9th minute of play. Andrews is going to take this kick here now for the U17. Looking to find Mitchell. Mitchell goes back into his left back, Thomas. Thomas goes back to Andrew, who has really held the defense together nicely in the absence of Anthony Buckley. Top strikers with another opportunity to search for that elusive equalizing goal. That's Noel here, Kenneth Noel, who shepherds this one into touch. Been pushed in the process.
And kicked there by Josh Jacob.
I'm sure he's going to use the opportunity maybe to use up some valuable time on the clock as well. Yeah, in Jacob's quest to get the ball here.
I'm going to sub the keeper.
So a substitution by the U17. Keeper Telemark, who's having a good game, goes out, and he will be replaced by his compatriot Javid Charles. And 2 other substitutions have been made, so I think it's an opportunity now to give some of the other players an opportunity.
Why sub the keeper? I mean,
so Belfont comes out as well. Daryl Phillip goes in, and Denzel Phillip would also go in. So there are 3 Phillips now on the pitch for the U17. Phillips Cube.
That Denzel Phillip came on for whom?
Denzel Phillip would have gone on for Belfont. Sean Belfont, I think it was. So both teams are making numerous substitutions. Each team is allowed 5 substitutions.
And that's it for both teams.
And they have exhausted their 5 substitutions now. Not much play left as well, Robbie. We might just be in the 89th minute of play. And I'm sure that was just an opportunity to get some fresh legs in and some experience and some caps for these U17 players, because these games would account to national caps for the U17 players. So some of them, this would be their 3rd U17 cap, and for others it might just be their 1st U17 cap. The fatigue continues to show here as players go down with cramps. The dying stages of this game. But I think, Robbie, the top strikers...
That's not the same foot he got kicked on by Jacob.
Well, it could just be, but this looked like cramp on this occasion.
Yeah. The U17 has held their own tonight. As a matter of fact, they have looked good every night. But tonight, if they do win, it's very deserved for them, not only for their efforts in this game, but for all the other games they have played.
I quite agree with you, Robbie, but we must also take into consideration that the opponents tonight may not have been the strongest in the tournament, having conceded 13 goals before this game, now have conceded 15 and only been able to score once in this tournament. So 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages. And I think St. David's top strikers, Robbie, would have missed an opportunity when the U17 looked a little bit ragged. But because they lacked maybe the ability and the talent to really put passes together and come forward, they really couldn't capitalize on these opportunities.
I think as well they lack a lot of leadership, because too many different players were shooting from the middle third of the field. And it's not just a matter of the captain stepping up and say, hey, let's do better. But senior players should say, hey, let's do better.
Long throw by Jacob here in the dying stages, looking for that equalizing goal. Again, deep within the U17 half of the field. U17 all man back here now, looking to defend this one. Top strikers here.
Ooh.
It look like Morris it is. Plays it forward here. Not very much aggression from the defense here.
Defending.
More efforts on goal here. Good one here by Trey John. Again, the players looking for their feet in these dying stages. The shot comes in, but it's over the bar. And maybe it's an opportunity for the U17 to breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah. Rebuild and then let's go again.
But look how quickly they restarted the play, Robbie. I mean, that may be something that the coaches may need to instill in them, that there are times when you just need to calm things down.
Yeah. Especially in the added on time.
Yeah. There's actually no need for them to be rushing to restart. So I'm not too sure what's the situation here, Robbie. The players are gathering. It looks like a penalty. Looks like a penalty for the top strikers in time added on. That may just be a yellow card has been issued to Andrews. And I'm not too sure what happened. We have missed it, Robbie. And it's a penalty for the top strikers. What an opportunity for them here now to find the equalizer, and maybe for both teams. So it's going to be skipper Batiste. Casey Batiste who will take the penalty. Let's see what happens. And scores. So scores are level here now. 2 goals from the boot of Casey Batiste, finding the equalizer in time added on for stoppages.
In the very last minute.
In the very last minute of play, I would think. And that might just be the last opportunity for either teams in this encounter.
I'm really curious to know what caused the penalty.
So both teams, Robbie, would leave the tournament on 1 point, but St. David's would be at the bottom of the table, having conceded much more goals than the U17 team. But that's sort of an anticlimax, I would think, Robbie. The U17 really outplayed the top strikers today. And we saw the fatigue stepping in. We saw the substitutes that were made. They were not very strong substitutes. And the referee whistle goes to indicate the end of the game. A match that ended 2 goals apiece here. Maybe not doing justice to the U17 players, but nonetheless, that's what it is. A late goal conceded by the U17 from the penalty spot. It was Casey Batiste who had the second goal, having 2 goals in the tournament. We also saw goals from Keishon Clark and Simeon Mitchell. 2 goals apiece, Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, I feel disappointed for the national U17. I mean, it's never a right feeling when you outplay the next team and you have to either lose or in this case share the points. But in all fairness to St. David, they had the better second half and probably deserved to score a goal. Probably not in this fashion, but certainly not in this fashion. But they played a better half. St. David did look the aggressors in the second half. They had a greater possession and point shared.
Well, it's been said that football is a game of 2 halves, Robbie.
Yep.
So we can say the U17 won the first half.
Yes.
And the top strikers won the second half. So we're going to wrap up this first game here. There's going to be a second game between the St. Patrick's Crown City Strikers. Sorry, between the St. John's Dolphins and the St. George's Royal Cannons. It's a very interesting game, Robbie. Both teams looking for that last qualifying spot in Group B. A draw for St. George's Cannons will take them through, but a must-win situation for the Dolphins. But before we get into that, let's put a wrap on this one here. A game which was exciting for the most part. The U17 really maybe the best game of the tournament so far.
Yes.
And having been up 2-1 for most of it, conceding a very late goal to give St. David's top strikers the equalizer, and a game that ended 2 goals apiece.
Well, they were literally up 2-1 for about 60 minutes of the game. You know, so it's really unfortunate in the last few seconds to get a draw. I'm really curious to know what did Andrews do to put his team in that position.
And the coaches no doubt would want to find out as well and want to have their own synopsis and analysis of what took place. But we're going to leave you here with the final scores, 2 goals apiece. A goal scored in the 9th minute of play by Casey Batiste. The equalizer was found by Captain Kishon Clark for the U17. And then it was Simeon Mitchell in the 33rd minute that found the go-ahead goal for the U17 team. A goal in the last minute of time added on for stoppages from the penalty spot from Casey Batiste, his second of the night, to find the equalizer for St. David's top strikers. The final scores, National U17 2, St. David's top strikers 2. On behalf of Robert Samuel the First, I'm Leslie Smith saying stay tuned for game number 2 as we continue with live Pure Grenada Cup action right here at the Kirani James National Stadium.